crafters, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today we're going to be making this cute little friends card that's made using punches and a stamp set from our Occasions mini catalog with all of my heart. Just love this stamp set. It's so cute, and this stamp here corresponds perfectly with the large fancy flower punch in the same catalog. So let's get started making this card. Okay, the products that we're going to need are the butterfly punch, and the large fancy flower, the scallop border punch. This is free with qualifying purchases in the Celebration catalog, using Regal Rose, cardstock, and the corresponding classic ink. First thing that we want to do is punch out our two butterflies. Let's see, I want to use this scrap piece of paper here. I've already got one of them punched out. Punch out the second one. Put the scrap off to the side. So I've got my two butterflies here. Kind of hard to see on the white. Okay, on one of the butterflies, we want to go ahead and stamp that large flower image on one. And you can see where I've got a couple of them here that I've made. And I like doing what they call stamping off or around an image. So there, I've got that one stamped with my large flower design. And with the second butterfly, take the dabber, whichever one it's called, the spongy thing that fits on your finger, and ink the edge of the other butterfly. I love edging items. And then I'm just going to pounce a little bit to get the color throughout. Don't know if this is in the road or not. I'm going to next layer the butterflies on top of each other and taking the paper piercer. Mine looks like it needs desperately cleaned. And take a little white brad to attach the two of them together. And what I did is I just folded the top wings in on itself a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, I'm going to set that one off to the side for a little bit. Next, taking a strip of Whisper White that's 4 1/4 by 1 3/4, and we're going to go ahead and put our Friends stamp on it. Again, all of this is from the same set with all of my heart. They also make the same stamp set in a wood mounted if that's your preference. And let's see here. That looks to be about the center. Little off, but that's why we can just flip it over, and let's try that again. I think I'll go ahead and turn it my direction as far as the Friends go, so I can kind of line it up just a little better. There we go. Cute. Now with taking the scalloped punch, the border punch, I'm going to start making our border. And for all of the border punches, in order to get that continuous punch there, you just follow the little template, the little groove that's on the top here, and you line up the punch, your punched part already, with the little silver guide, and then that ensures that you get things lined up. And I've got something, I missed the whole middle part of it, but because that thing's aligned, come out pretty darn close. I think I'll take my scissors and just get this little bit trimmed off here. Okay, so that's the edge, or the bottom part of it. Put that off to the side. So to get this part of the card, where you have the punched out image and then another image, exactly like almost a mirror image underneath of it, so that it looks like it's all one thing, but all one image. However, when you open it up, it's a little extra surprise inside. We take our card and our card base, and I'm going to have to do this facing me so that I can get it lined up right. From the right hand side, you want to go to the upper part of the card. Turn it around to face you. So that's what that looks like. Really no right or wrong, just wherever you feel like you'd like to have your little punch out. Get that punched out. So that's what that looks like. And take our Scrap Whisper White. I'm going to put the flower back on the acrylic. We'll get our image stamped really nice and good. And so we'll take the flower punch again. And remember how I said that image will line up perfectly with the flower? Look at that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That looks good. Punch that out. Okay, we've got all of our elements of our card. We're ready to really start getting the final assembly going now. Got my snail adhesive here and put a couple of strips on the back of the punched out flower with the stamped image on it. And whether you use the flower punch or any other punch, this is how you get the perfect alignment. So that you put it right over this area where you punched, hold it down, and then bring the card back up over around it. And voila, that's how you do it. I'm really getting that end then up, aren't I? Good thing we're going to cover that here in just a second. Alright, now I'll take my friend's image that we have here with the scallop border. Make sure I have the side that I want. Again, come in with some snail adhesive. And we'll put that right there at the bottom. Probably just a little too sloppy with that, but we'll let that go. This is just to show you how you put it together. And have about 15 inches worth of white gross grain ribbon. I'm going to tie that around. And I'm going to put the knot on the left side of the card. It's the subtle things about trying to balance out your elements that I think really help finish off or give that extra little professionalism to your card. If you want to call crafting your cards professional. Boy, some of them really do look nice. Like they could be off the assembly line. Go ahead and make some snippets. Okay. I'll fuss with that alignment maybe just a little bit later. One more step to go, and that's to get our little butterfly friend on here. I'm going to use a glue dot. These are large glue dots. Perhaps a smaller size would have worked best, but I don't have the smaller ones on stock right now, so I'm going to use my big one. And I think he looks good, just about there. And voila, our friend's card is done. Some of the things that are subtle to me that I really like is that with having this image here, it kind of carries on. You might not see it on the forefront, but it does help with the blending of it, as well as the ink colors matching perfectly with the cardstock. Okay, thanks for crafting with me, everybody. Bye-bye.